All right, shalom, shalom. Before I get started, as always, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha HaKodash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai. All right, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, salutation and blessings to the hopeful members of the elect scattered throughout the four winds of the earth. All right. This would be a quick video. I I was on scrolling as they call it, and I came across this chick that actually worked at the Bohemian Grove, all right? And she basically gives an account of what she saw, what it was like to work there, and you know, which obviously when you watch her, you can totally see she's just a California girl living her best life, whatever. But the point is, she mentioned um seeing what she calls sus activity, all right, which we know what that means, suspect, pause, that mole behavior. She mentioned that, and she also mentioned she saw the owl everywhere. All right, and I think it's like a three-part little series. I'm gonna put it at the end of this video. Um, so she basically gives you her experience on working there. All right, and basically the last clip, she says after that and years go by, she start to see all these conspiracy theories, and it took her back, and she definitely believed that something was going on there. But it prompted me to save her little account, and or save those three videos, and put together a video on this, because uh all I typed in was Molech worship in America. All right. And you can, when you do this on DuckDuckGo, you'll get all type of different information. I clicked a few of them, because this is definitely a deity that's worshipped here in America, Babylon the Great. All right. But they're not going to tell you that. All right. They just, they're going to disguise it, and it's a secret. Now, the first time I've ever heard of Molech and Bohemian Grove and the Owl, was from the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right. And this was years ago. All right. But this is an actual deity that they worship here. Now, you should ask yourself, if this is if they worship the God of the Bible, this society, what the hell is Molech doing over here? All right. As you can see, this Glenn Beck one, that's the one I'm going to play. Where was that one? Oh, the Vatican. The Vatican places giant statue of Molech at the Colosseum. Now, I clicked that, all right, but it has these, you got to take off your pop-up blockers in order to read the article, but you can see, this is the God, these are the deities that these Edomites worship in order for them to have power on this side, all right? And they truly do the deeds that the ancient Canaanites did to receive power, all right? Especially when they go off actually to the Bohemian Grove, all right? But they get people to worship these deities by way of music, the ways of life, these Planned Parenthood, uh, uh, clinics that are set up throughout Jake's neighborhoods, no matter where you are in Babylon. Those are all altars to Molech, all right? Because Molech was a deity of child sacrifice, all right? And freakism, okay? Now, there was a dude, I believe it's Richard Nixon. He said the Bohemian Grove was the most faggoty thing he has ever seen. And that's an actual quote from him. All right, you can actually Google that. Okay, let me see if I still have. Did I leave that one up? Let me see. I think it was. Yeah, this is it here. Richard Nixon called Bohemian Grove the most. Let's get a, you know, 'cause this is what he called it, man. He said it's the most faggoty thing he's ever seen. All right, let's see if maybe it'll play right here. And this was the president, Richard Nixon. Okay.
Let's look at Northern California. You understand? Yeah. You know what San Francisco just gone. It's clear over. I mean, but it isn't just down in the ratty part of town. But the upper class in San Francisco is that way. The Bohemian Grove that I attend from time to time, the Easterners and the others that come there. But it is the most faggy goddamn thing you will ever imagine in San Francisco crowd, because it's just terrible. I mean, I don't want to shake hands with anybody in San Francisco.
You just heard him. He said it's the most faggoty thing he's ever seen. All right. Now let's go back to here, right here. Okay. Now I'm just, going through a few things. And then I'm gonna show you in the scriptures that this was a god of the Canaanites, and us Israelites, we were warned not to worship this god. Okay. I'm gonna just play this. Now Glenn Beck, he had a whole show when they took his show down because he started to reveal certain things, and
I think people think that
this is from, I think, 2019, if I'm not mistaken. No, 2016. 2016. Okay. Now he's talking with this Christian pastor. All right. But the point being is, even they know, all right, even these people know that the American people are worshiping ancient pagan deities. They're not truly worshiping the God of the Bible, which is Yahweh through his son, Yahweh Shai. All right. So I'm going to play this.
Nuts. Some people do. And they think that, if you think this way, there's something wrong with you. But let me ask you this. Have you spent any time seriously considering, gosh, the time period we're entering in, I may have to make the same kind of choices that Bonhoeffer did, or, and really, has that washed over you?
But by the way, one, you're not crazy. Second, many of us, meaning many Christian leaders, have had conversations about there's a great probability that even in our lifetime, not just our children or children's children, in our lifetime, that we may have to be imprisoned and suffer great prosecution as a result of our commitment to biblical truth, to Jesus, to God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We are there, my friend. There's a great.
You see, he know that the God of the Bible is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, but he don't know. He probably think anybody can be saved. But the point being is, they know that the deities that are worshipped here are disguised as those. They're disguised ancient deities, pagan gods, specifically Baal and Molech. All right. Now, I'll place this link in the description box if you want to finish watching that video. But the point being is, the people know. All right. People that are, up there with shows, had shows, whatever, they know. Okay. Now, let's go to Blue Letter. I already have the scriptures. All I did was type in Molech. All right. This is, us receiving the laws after we exited from ancient Egypt. All right. And we were going to go take over the land of Canaan. And this was the God that they worship, one of the gods that they worship in the land of Canaan. Because all these deities that Esau worships and has you people fooled into worshiping, they all go back to ancient Hamitic nations, man. Ancient Hamitic tribes. That's who they all go back to. All right, those were the original worshipers of Satan. Okay, homosexuality, child sacrifice, all of that, man. All right. It says Leviticus 18:21. It says, "And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech, neither shalt thou profane the name of thy power. I am Yahweh." All right. Now I'm gonna read this one from the top. Okay. Because remember, this was us receiving instructions for when we got into our land. All right. It says, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying again, "Thou shalt say to the children of Israel," so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, okay, and as well as the speckled bird Israelites scattered amongst the heathen. All right. Okay. This is for the Israel. We ain't to worship none of these deities out here, man. And when you celebrate these so-called holidays and the customs of where you live, you're worshiping these other deities, man. All right, whether you in America or any other land out here, man, because all the nations' gods are all worship, to give homage to Satan. They just disguising it from what it truly was in the ancient world. Okay. It says again, "Thou shalt say to the children of Israel, whosoever he be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Molech, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones." And that's how serious it is, man. All right. When you women, you laying down with these different men, and then you go to the clinic, and you get what they call an abortion. You're giving your child to Molech. All right. And all them aborted feces, they putting in all these foods and drinks, and people are eating them. Okay. This is what's going on. So these abortion clinics, these Planned Parenthood clinics, they're nothing but altars to Molech, man. All right. If you don't want to have a baby, stop fucking. Simple as that, man. Sex wasn't created for you to be recreational with it, you women, unless you just straight up a whore, and then just say that. All right. It says, and men as well. You got men that'll get a woman pregnant and then make her go get an abortion. If you don't want to get the woman pregnant, put a rubber on, man. That's what this society all fucked up, man. But this is because of the worshiping of these deities. Got everybody mind messed up. Okay, but now we at the end and knowledge is increasing. Okay, as it is written in Daniel the 12th chapter. All right. So if you was to these things, you're to be stoned. This was a commandment that was given to the Israelites in the ancient world. It says, "I will set my face against that man, and will cut him off from among his people, because he have given of his seed unto Molech to defile my sanctuary and to profane my holy name." And when you allow your children to partake into Hollywood from a child, and they grow up all messed up, being raped, passed around to them Edomites and them producers to have fun with and be a sex slave just so they can be on TV, you've given your child over to Molech. All right. And there's Israelites that are doing that. First family come to mind is Will and Jada Smith. All right. That's why the roles of their children are reversed. You see Willow act more masculine than Jaden. All right. They didn't reverse their names. Willow. Okay. And then the boy's name is Jaden. You can't tell me that them two demons are not worshipers of Molech, man. Okay? They all about Baal and Molech and worshiping of Satan, man. Okay? That androgynous demon Baphomet too. Okay? It says, and I will set my face against that man and will cut him off from among his people, because he hath given of his seed unto Molech to defile my sanctuary and to profane my holy name. And if the people of the land do any ways hide their eyes from the man, when he giveth of his seed unto Molech, and kill him not, then will I set my face against that man and against his family, and will cut him off and all that go a whoring after him to commit whoredom with Molech from among their people. All right. So the Most High don't play that when it comes to these worshiping these other gods, man. This is the same attitude, for lack of a better word, or should I say the same mind frame. The Most High has the same mind frame. All right. Okay, it tells you that the Most High, the same. Hebrews 13 and 8, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, the same yesterday and today and forever. All right, and Yahweh Shai has the same mind as his father. All right, Malachi 3 and 6. Let's get that real quick. Okay. Malachi chapter 3, verse 6. It says, for I am Yahweh, I change not. All right. So what the Lord said in Leviticus through Moses to the children of Israel, he still feels that way. All right. It says, for I am Yahweh, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed. That's the elect. All right. But the point being was the first line. The Most High don't change. Okay. He still feels the same way. Okay. About these other deities. All right. That our people are worshiping here. Okay. And all this information is being brought out. There's no excuse no more. Okay? There's no excuse for anyone out here to say they didn't know. Okay? It says, verse 6, and the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits and after wizards, okay? And you see the black woman all on social media dealing with them familiar spirits and Torah cards and shit, man. The Lord finna judge a lot of people out here. There's gonna be great judgment and death out here real soon. It says, to go a whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul and will cut him off from among his people, or she, okay? Sanctify yourselves, therefore, and be ye holy, for I am Yahweh, your power, and ye shall keep my statutes and do them. I am Yahweh, which sanctify you. So the Most High is the one that sanctifies us, and we're to keep his statutes, which he told us to keep, okay? So that's all I wanted to get, and then I'm gonna leave you with this this video of this chick that actually worked at the Grove, you know, when she gives her little bubbly experience. But hey, the reason I'm about to put it at the end of this video is because, you know, she mentioned the owl, all right, and it is not a conspiracy theory. We heard Richard Nixon say it was the most faggoty goddamn thing he has ever seen, and she says she witnessed some sus behavior, all right, and she saw the owl everywhere, and then she saw the gigantic owl, all right, which that's where they would sacrifice children, you know, babies. This is what we reading in the scriptures. This is where they get it from, all right. These Edomites that rule, they get that type of they summon them deities by reading the scriptures, and of course, you know, in that land and seeing having archaeologists go dig up things and seeing how those Canaanites would worship Molech. They would commit homosexual acts and do child sacrifices in order to get power from the left hand side, man. All right. This is the society we live in. This is what's going on around you. And this is why this society is crumbling. And it's circling the drain because the Lord is getting ready to send judgment. Call halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Lord will, this is edifying to the hopeful elect. Until next time, Shalom. Peep the vid.
So I'm starting to come across a lot of the Bohemian Grove talk. I happened to work at the Bohemian Grove during the summer of 2014 in the month of like June, July. I can't remember, but I was working there for about a month and some change because it's very temporary, it's seasonal, and yeah, so I just want to talk about the like weird shit that I heard about and the process of being employed there. So I heard about the job. I had a homegirl I was cool with. She told me, dude, you should try checking out this place. Pays very well, and it did during that time. Paid fucking well. You had to be out there twice a day, and mind you, it was about an hour's drive of windy road through the woods. Like it's a drive. It's a desolate drive of just windy trees and out the way up in like Guerneville. I lived in Santa Rosa, so it was about an hour and some change to get up there. And when we got up there, you park in this area just surrounded by trees, and it's a lot. And there's a trailer, and you get scanned, and you sign up, and you get your uniform, and they ID you and all this stuff. And mind you, the gates to enter in there were security, highly security, with some police there too, like 1 or 2 cop cars. And had to tell them that we're working there, whatever. And so whatever, once I get ID'd and I'm official, they shuttle you in this van to go up to where the food workers, the food service people go and serve the food to the guests of the Bohemian Grove. We are not allowed. We are not allowed at all to walk around Bohemian Grove. If you are caught walking around, you're done. You're done. We were not allowed to take our cell phones with us. We had to leave our cell phones in the cars. There's no reception out there. And so you shuttle up there. It's about a 10-minute shuttle up to the service place where the kitchen is and everything. And I'll tell you about part 2. Part 2, so we get shuttled up there. Mind you, we're in the woods, we're passing trees, and I'm seeing the owl everywhere. That effigy, I don't know what they call it. I've heard it a few times, but you see owls everywhere, like engraved and stuff, statues of owls as you're going up to the kitchen where you're going to be serving the gentleman there. And so once we get up there, we kind of get briefed. We have like a meeting before the gentlemen come and have their breakfast, and we get told we're not allowed to wear earrings, eyelash extensions, just very prominent stuff. Like we've got to be subtle, very natural, and it's just not girls. Also, boys work there too. We were all college kids. It was basically a lot of college kids working there, like 19, 18, 20-year-olds. From Petaluma, Santa Rosa, all from the 707, and maybe like 1 or 2 old heads, like 50 years plus, that have worked there for years. And so they brief us, they let us know, no asking for autographs, because there's going to be some famous people you will see, and there's also just pristine men from all over the world, that you just can't indulge in conversation. And if you do, you get cut. But I saw Conan O'Brien one breakfast shift I did, just walking. He didn't come in for breakfast, but I saw him walking when I was doing my shift. And I also saw Terrence Stewart, the old guy Ramsey from The Haunted Mansion. If you guys know who that is, I saw him during a breakfast shift that I served at the table, and he was there. So I saw two famous dudes there, Conan and Terrence dude, whatever. And, like, some dudes were cool, had some cool banter to them, cool personalities. And then other dudes were, sorry, my light, were just straight up douchers, just, pricks, rich pricks, out of touch, and, just self-centered, not knowing how to just, like, be chill and cool to somebody who's serving you. Anyways, so yeah, we were not allowed to eat any of the leftovers. If we were caught sneaking food, we were done. And that happened to a dude who happened to try and sneak food in the men's bathroom, and he got caught, and they fired him right on the spot, and they had to shuttle him back. You get shuttled back each and every time because you're not allowed to. Part 3. So dude gets shuttled back, whatever. So a different time, I remember as we were just like waiting for like gentlemen to arrive one morning shift, I was overhearing some workers at my table talking about like how weird it is. Just like, it's so weird here. Like, they've heard certain rumors about the Bohemian Grove and shit like that. And one of them was talking about how like they do like sacrifices and shit. And I'm thinking like, where are they doing sacrifices? Like, nobody doing fucking sacrifices, chill out. And mind you, from where the breakfast area is, you can see like area off through the trees where it's kind of like a outside theater looking thing where like there's like a stage and like for people to sit and stuff around it, and over there is a huge owl over in that area. And so whatever, so they say there's sacrifices or whatever. Not paying much mind to it. But then I remember somebody saying how for us girl workers, we are not allowed to stay past a certain hour. So all girl workers were supposed to be evacuated, done with their shift, and off the premise by I want to say 7 or 8 o'clock. But the boys, the young men, however, the workers, didn't have to. Mind you, I saw some pretty sus stuff. I saw a lot of these men, being sus on each other. One time I had a dinner shift where these two men were like on a bench, both open leg to open leg, like seating across from one another, but the bench is in between them. And like one dude was like groping the other dude's like thigh and stuff, and like they're sipping their wine and whatever. And I'm just thinking like, all right, my guy, like, all right. And so I saw a few moments of that, just like a lot of touchiness between the men and like, getting all up in each other's faces and being very intimate and very affectionate. And, there's rumors that a lot of these dudes were like in the closet type shit. Part 4. So off all this sus stuff, we had gotten told that there was a photographer or somebody in the news or a reporter who tried sneaking into the Bohemian Grove. And so we had a meeting where it's like, if any of you guys get caught trying to videotape in here, or be on your cell phone, or try to sneak anybody in, you guys will be prosecuted or whatever the heck. And so I'm just thinking like, damn, it's not that fucking serious. Like, what do they want to see here? And so whatever, we go about our morning shift after getting told about somebody trying to sneak in and pose as a worker. And so during that morning shift, a dude at my table who's working with me was telling me how one time a group of his friends tried walking around in the back area of like the Bohemian Grove, like outside of the premises of it. And I guess they unknowingly stepped into the premise of like the areas of the Bohemian unknowingly and got welcomed by 2 security guards, and they were just like, you can't be here, you need to step off the premises, you are trespassing, whatever. And they're just like, how the fuck did you even fucking find us? Like, how did you, whatever. So turns out they got caught like just trespassing on the area. And I guess it was said that they have these like sensors that you can't see that are all around the acres of the Bohemian Grove, because I guess reporters constantly every year try to sneak in to catch footage of like what's going on in the Bohemian Grove. And you know, being a chick, you're not going to find much because you have to leave at a certain hour. And so I thought that was really weird. And so whatever, time passes, I end up forgetting about Bohemian Grove, and I come across all these conspiracy shit just talking about everything I had heard. And I'm thinking like, putting 2 and 2 together, like, I think some shit's up. Like, yeah,